What's going on, everyone? Harold here, Figuremania Show. Hope you guys are doing well wherever you are in the world. And in today's video, we are taking a look at the brand new Hiya Toys Exquisite Super The Walking Dead Dead City Negan figure from Hiya Toys. And I must say, this figure is really cool looking. I really like it. I didn't know I was going to like it as much as I do now. But I think this figure is definitely worth having in your collection for you 112 collectors. And if you guys like doing toy photography, this is a very photogenic figure for sure. And we'll get into the other details, in this video. Now, before I go any further, I want to give a special shout out and thank you to Hiya Toys for sending me out this figure for review. And if you guys are looking to pick this figure up right now on Kowkistoy, it is up for pre-order, so you can go to Kowkistoy.com and use my promo code Figuremania-kowkis for 6% off. And let's continue with the review of this really cool looking figure. Before we take a look at the figure, I want to show you guys the box art for this really cool figure. Now, as you can see, we have an image of the actor Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays Negan on the show, right here, and we got the promotional images on the box. On the side, we have Negan in red. We have another image of Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and it's a slip cover. So if you pull this out, it just says The Walking Dead, Dead City, and no other images on the box and things. And that's pretty much it for the box. Very simplistic, but very nice looking and things. Now, I will say before we look at the details of the figure, if you look at the figure that I have in hand versus the promo images that we got for this figure, now the questions on people's minds: does this look like Jeffrey Dean Morgan? And I'm going to say that it looks kind of like Jeffrey Dean Morgan. At least it's in the ballpark, but not precise. I believe the promo images on the box look closer to the actor than the final product of this figure. But having this in hand and seeing it in pictures, like, that that's Negan. You know what I mean? So I think it's good enough, at least for me. That the likeness is in the ballpark, and I think it doesn't take anything away from the figure being a really nice piece. Negan comes with everything you see here. So he has an extra head sculpt, he has his signature bat, he has his lead pipe, he's got 3 pairs of hands. So he's got his fisted hands that are on the figure already, his neutral hands and grip hands, both right and left, and he does come with a stand and this and then the compartment where you can put all your accessories in. And Hiya Toys supplies you with a little bag with the Hiya Toys logo on it that you can put all your accessories in, and you can put it inside this little box, which is really cool. Let's take a look at the head sculpts for this figure. So I took one of them off the figure so I can show them for you right in front of the camera. So here we have both head sculpts. So we have the neutral head and we have the smiling head, or the grinning head. And I think that these head sculpts have very nice details, sculpting details. So I do think the sculptor who worked on this did a really nice job on this. And like, there's nice texture on the beard, the eyebrows. Let me see if I can get a little closer. So it's very nice. Again, I don't think it looks exactly like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, but I can see Negan in this head sculpt for sure. I can see the character, which is nice. And I like the details on the face, the skin texture is all very nice. Look at the let me see, the eyes, well painted. I like the gloss that they used. It gives it that lifelike look for something this small. Let's look at the other one. So wow, look at that, the teeth and everything. Wow, very nice, very nice work. I think so. Very good. So this is definitely like Mezco level type type work, you know. So which I do believe that the Exquisite Super line is like kind of aiming for, to be like their own version of Mezco toys. Looking at the bat, I like the barbed wire that's sculpted into the bat. There's nice silver paint app in it, so it's all sculpted in. There's little shades of red that you know, that looks like, you know, blood, because he uses his bat to like you know, cave people's heads in with, which is very nice. Like the bat itself, like the wood, I mean, it's very simple, but until like you get to this part here, which looks pretty nice. Looking at the lead pipe, it looks simplistic, which is cool. And taking a look at the details of the neutral hands, so I like how they sculpted like all the, you know, the crevices and like all the, you know, the handprints and stuff like that into this. This is very nice. It's nice that they managed to think about adding these little details into something so small, which is really cool. As for the grip hands, it's just normal grip hands. There's really nothing that stands out about them, you know, so it looks nice, at least on the figure, for, you know, for what it is. Now let's take a close look at the details of the figure with everything that you see here. So the very nice, that looks like leather. It doesn't feel like leather, but it looks like leather, which is pretty cool. Oh, let me see if I can. And the shirt, very nice. And if you look closely, it's they use Velcro just to keep the shirt, you know, on the body of the figure. And if we look further down, we look at the pants. So let's see, it's got the belt, very nice. So he's even got belt buckles. Nice detailing, my goodness. And he's got the knife holder, and you can remove that, of course. And yeah, this is another accessory that comes with the figure, so you can place the knife inside like that. Okay, so looking at the, let's look on the back. So it's got back pockets. I don't think you can fit anything in there, no, but nice stitch work, I think. Belt buckles and all, very nice. Very nice details for sure. So looking on down the pants, I mean, that looks like leather. Okay, and the shoes, very nice. Now looking at the articulation, as I showed you earlier, the buck that Hiya Toys uses for their Exquisite Super figure. So as you can see here, it's got a butterfly joint, okay, and it's got a bicep swivel. Okay, the buck is capable of a very good, you know, bend at the elbows, so they're double jointed. Okay, so it's got a cut here on the torso, so you're able to, you know, bend them side to side and things. And like this part over here is a soft plastic material, and it's capable of you know, you can push the leg out about that much, and then you can kick back that much. Okay, and there is an internal piece that allows for a little bit of you know, a little bit of thigh movement. Not there's no thigh cut, but you're able to, you know, just move his leg around that much. Double jointed knees, and the way that the feet are is like the shoes or the feet, you know, you just place them on. Okay, so yeah, there's nothing much to that. Okay, now let's look at the figure itself. Now, because it's got cloth goods on it, you know, so you know, it does get in the way somewhat of the posing range. Okay, so I mean, it's, you know, it comes with the territory when you know, dealing with figures with cloth goods. Okay, but I think it's, at least for the arms, I think it's okay. So you just have to take your time with it. Okay, and then for the legs, now the pants do get in the way a little, so you just have to exercise some patience, and you can get like sitting poses and stuff. Maybe manually just move the pants, pull it down so that doesn't bunch up into the articulation part over here, because that's what's happening. As you can, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see. So see, like it bunches up here on the articulation point, which, you know, it's just the nature of having a figure with cloth goods. Okay, but at least you're able to get some like realistic posing for, you know, on a human figure, which is nice. You just have to take you can get some, you know, you can get a perfectly good sitting pose. You just have to take your time with it. Okay, and just be patient that you don't want to rip anything on this figure, because it is really nice. There is something that I would like to point out to the Hiya Toys team, and I hope it's something that they take consideration and thought into this. Whenever we get an Exquisite Super figure, we are always supplied with a stand or this part over here. Now, I personally feel that this is just way too long for these figures. Like if I just want them to want to display them, it just you know, I think it doesn't need to be this long. So like if I display them like how I have them here, like this display stand, you know, hits up against my other figures. Okay, and it's kind of you know, for people that, you know, are needing space in on their shelves, this gets in the way. So you know, for all these guys here, you know, thankfully, you know, you're able to take them apart and shorten it. Okay, and just you know, and this, you know, because I can do that, I'm able to accommodate my figures better on the shelf. So I don't think that this you know, you need to package this, which is so long, because you know, at least these figures, they're not superheroes like Superman or Batman where they're jumping or they're flying and things. So like, if for display purposes, I think I don't feel that this part needs to be this long. So hopefully, like, you can, you know, take consideration maybe just shortening it, where when a collector wants to display this on their shelf, that this part over here, the clamp, just meets you know, the waist part area, and that's more than enough. Okay, so that's all I just wanted to comment on. Let's get into some size comparisons, and for the first size comparison, I do want to bring out this guy right here. So this is Hiya Toys Exquisite Super Rambo 3, and this figure is awesome. Man, this would be a really good matchup, you know, Rambo versus Negan and his whole army. You know, it's just Rambo all by himself. I mean, Rambo by himself against Negan wouldn't be much of a match for Rambo, but Negan with his whole army and Rambo by himself, I mean, that would be cool to watch. But I think Rambo would come out on top. For the next size comparisons, we have the Hiya Toys Exquisite Super Star Trek 2009 figures, and this looks pretty cool. And the next size comparison, we have SH Figuarts Ryu and SH Figuarts Bruce Lee. This looks pretty nice. And the next size comparison, here we have the Kyoto Revoltech Batman Arkham Knight and Muff Toys Guardian of Metropolis. And this looks pretty cool. I like to see Batman go up against Negan and his whole army. And for the next size comparison, we have here the Mezco Batman 1989 and Superman the Man of Steel. And this looks pretty cool together. And for the last size comparison, we have here the 1000 Toys Dante from Devil May Cry. And that's it for this review, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys are keen on picking up this figure, again, it is on pre-order at Kowkistoy.com. Use my promo code Figuremania-kowkis to get 6% off. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.